Well, hello. So today we're going to be talking all about what foods are secretly making my hormone problems worse. This is something that comes up quite often. And you're going to actually be learning about our upcoming monthly group calls, which is all about hormone health for women in particular. So this video today is actually going to be covering five hormone topics like insulin resistance, the impact of everyday foods on our symptoms, food combinations to balance our insulin, supplements that actually help you, and lifestyle tips to manage these symptoms for good. So, hello, my name is Bethany Geddes. I am the founder of Nutritious and Delicious, and I used to be a previous diet and health nurse. And now I am a certified holistic nutritional consultant, and I'm also a mom of two boys. So I've actually been helping my clients manage their hormone health, including my own as well. So this is my own journey too. And I'm excited to help you uncover your hormone health. And we're going to be doing some monthly group calls here as well. So we want to really dive in and find out what's really going on with your hormones to help kind of with the symptoms that's going on and how food and lifestyle can actually help with that as well. So let's get right into it. We're going to go through our first step, which is understanding insulin and hormones. So let's talk about really what's happening in terms of your insulin and hormones when symptoms arise. Many people really don't realize how closely insulin resistance actually impacts hormones. It affects your energy, it affects your mood, it affects your weight, it affects your skin. It affects your digestive health. It affects a lot. Trust me, I've also gone through this too. So, some here quick examples for you is insulin resistance actually does slow your metabolism down. So, when your cells inside your body are resisting that insulin that you need, the glucose, which is your blood sugar, stays high in your blood for a really long time, and it disrupts your normal energy and your hormones signaling to each other as well. So this is where the imbalances start to happen, and this can also cause things like mood swings. So insulin affects our hormones like cortisol and estrogen, and this actually regulates our mood and our stress response. So it shows a huge imbalance in our body as well. And this unbalanced insulin can lead to weight gain. And this is where I see a lot of clients coming to me, like, I'm working out really hard, Bethany. Like, I don't know why the weight isn't coming off. And what insulin is actually doing, if you have excess insulin in your body, is actually promoting fat storage. So it's doing the opposite of what you want. And this is especially around the middle of your belly, making hormone health more critical for weight management. So you actually need to understand how insulin plays a role in these symptoms, not just in sort of the diet as well for you. Number two, step two, everyday foods that can worsen your symptoms. Now, there actually are foods out there. Certain foods can make hormone symptoms worse without you even realizing it. So you need to kind of watch out for these examples because if you're eating the wrong types of foods, you may have more symptoms than other people, or you may be experiencing something. You're like, hey, someone else is eating this type of food. They're not having any reactions. I am. I don't really understand what's going on with my body. And it kind of goes into this domino effect, unfortunately. So for example, refined sugars. So these include things like candy, white bread, white pasta, white rice. Unfortunately, this can also cause rapid blood sugar increases in your body as well. And this can also worsen hormone disruptions. Processed foods also create inflammation as well in the body. This generally happens with a lot of people as well, but particularly people that do struggle with hormone imbalances. Ingredients like trans fats, which are man-made fats, and additives can actually inflame the body, worsening your hormone symptoms, and also industrial oils that you're using, like canola oil, foods that are kind of heavily processed. That have lots of unhealthy fats in them as well. This can also be a hormone disruptor as well. Dairy is a huge one for people with hormone imbalances as well. This can affect some people, especially sensitive individuals. Dairy can also worsen things like acne, bloating. This is linked to hormonal imbalance, knowing like if you're a woman as well, more hormonal cramping and things like that during your time of the month. So knowing kind of which foods to kind of avoid and which ones to add in is something that you really need to kind of be aware of. Now, step three, using food combos to balance insulin. So you can actually do this to combine meals or even kind of cheat food. You can combine foods together to actually make it easier for your body to be able to um, utilize that energy effectively. So what's going to happen is, say if you eat candy or things like that without any healthy fats or proteins, it's going to actually spike your blood sugar very fast. And this is where we have more symptoms of hormone dysregulation as well. So when you pair carbs with protein, it actually slows down your sugar spikes in your blood. So eating like protein, like chicken, fish, turkey with starches such as like white bread, white pasta, white rice, will actually help blood glucose and insulin response as well. So if you pair them together, they actually work differently than when you eat them separately. So this is where a lot of people don't realize, like if they just eat some like rice dish or pasta dish, they are super tired and sluggish after that meal. Maybe they're not adding enough healthy fat. Maybe they're not adding any protein in, and the body is overconsumed with insulin and it's trying to manage your blood sugar, but it's not coming down fast enough. Whereas if you combine that with some protein, your body will actually slow that blood glucose down. So you're not having these huge spikes as well. Adding in fiber-rich veggies also really helps improves insulin sensitivity too. So fiber, what it does is it slows down the digestive process, preventing from blood sugars going too high as well. So say you're eating like food around Christmas time, like lots of candy, sweets, things like that, sugary, syrupy lattes. If you're not actually adding any like fiber rich foods into your constant day, you're not actually slowing down your digestive tract either. And your blood sugar is going to also spike as well. Some other things that you can do to also help food combine is healthy fats support hormone production. And this is where I run into a lot of women that really struggle with adding fat in because they think it's going to make them fat. And it's actually the opposite. Women that actually add more healthy fat in are a lot leaner because they're not actually going for products that are like fat free, that are filled with more carbohydrates, which is kind of not what we're aiming for here. So healthy fats actually support your hormone production. These can include things like avocado, olive oil. You can use flax oil as well, nuts and seeds. So you can add these in to your daily foods. You can add, say, like avocado onto white toast if you've only got white toast available. You could add olive oil onto pasta that you've just cooked up, or even drizzle a little bit of olive oil over your cooked veggies. Trail mix is always a great one to have in your purse or in the car, especially if you're a mom, or you're kind of in a pinch all the time and you don't have anything to eat on the go, especially if you have blood sugar issues anyways. You need to have something that is high in fat or high in protein. So whether it be like a dried beef jerky that you keep in your car, or something like trail mix, something that will preserve and obviously keep, right? So the fourth one here is supplements that support hormones. So I'm not going to go too heavy into this because this is quite extensive. And this is what we talk more about in the calls as well. Is not all supplements are equally helpful. And obviously we need to have blood work and everything done individually to determine what your body's actually requiring, because that is the truth right there in the lab work that you have. So a couple of ones that I do generally suggest, and I'll give you kind of a reason why. And these are really good just to kind of have on an everyday basis for most people in general anyways. But first of all, we need to kind of make sure we're not on any kind of medications or other supplements that are going to interact as well. But magnesium is really good at helping regulate insulin levels. This mineral actually supports insulin receptors to function better and reduce insulin resistance as well. So magnesium is great. Most people I notice are lacking magnesium because stress depletes it. So a lot of people at the end of the day are having more headaches, leg cramps, things like that. And this is where magnesium can come into play, and also really, really bad sleep too. And that's really helpful for magnesium as well. Vitamin D supports mood and hormone balance. I find definitely in Canada for sure, we are very lacking in vitamin D because we are into heavy winter seasons. We're not outside as much. So we actually do have low vitamin D. And low vitamin D can be also linked to depression and hormone dysregulation as well. So that's something to look into as well for yourself. Another general one that I like to recommend for hormone health production is, and this one's really good at sort of like calming the nervous system too for women in general, is omega-3 fatty acids. This really helps reduce inflammation in the body, especially if you have like hormonal acne, maybe hair growth, things like that. Maybe you're fluctuating in your period all the time, or you're you have lots of cramps and things like that going on. So these healthy fats actually support your hormone health. But also, like I said, knowing what supplements support hormone health as well, and avoid wasting money kind of like on all these huge things that are out there. So that's why I always like to say, like, start with the basics and work your way up. It's not a great idea to add too many supplements in as well. And last but not least, step number 5 here, this is more about lifestyle changes and keeping your symptoms away. Because again, when you have hormonal fluctuations, one minute you could be eating something, and all of a sudden you have like a breakout, or you have a really painful period, or you miss a period, or your hormones are just all over the place and things aren't working like they normally should for you. So beyond food and supplements, lifestyle shifts are definitely key. And we can definitely get into this in our group calls as well. But consistent sleep improves your hormone rhythm. So regular sleep, quality sleep is really good at supporting your cortisol and your insulin balance as well. Another one is stress reduction. This one's huge. Obviously, stress is everywhere. It's all the time. But we have to manage it. We have to manage in some way, shape, or form. But managing stress, whether you're journaling, meditating, having a bath, taking a 5-minute break, like we have small little pockets in our day to day of things that we can actually do to reduce our own stress for ourselves as well. Even smells, just like something that would make you feel better, a nice lotion, a good book, a nice blanket to, get cuddled up in. Just those small little things can also help reduce our nervous system from kind of overdoing it as well. And then regular moderate exercise. Now, this is where I think a lot of women get it a little bit backwards. A lot of women are focusing on cardio because they're focused on like calorie deficit, but it's actually weight training that will produce more fat burning at rest. So this is where we're adding more muscle onto our body. And no, you are not going to get big and bulky. I can promise you that it takes a lot of work to get that muscle on your body in the first place. But this is really good at actually weight training to help insulin resistance. So it's really good at sort of mopping up that over excess blood sugar that's going on in your system, because your body actually needs that. And your muscles actually need glucose. So that's what's actually in our blood is glucose. And this will actually positively help our hormone health. So this was just a really quick video here to talk about like lasting hormone balances and keeping those symptoms at bay. So join us on these monthly calls, because we are actually going to talk about providing support, answering your questions about hormone health, and help you take control of these hormone issues that you're having. And I definitely know how this feels. So if you want to join, sign up to our wait list using the link in the description here, and we will notify you and let you about the next date and time soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to connect and support you on the hormone health journey in person. Stay tuned and take care, everybody, in good health.